guys, so I'm at the 5th Street location. This is an hour-long power class that I actually just taught, and then I recorded it immediately after, and it's pretty tough. You really work your glutes, so you get a really nice booty from this practice. All right, you guys, start heading to your mat, and I hope you have an amazing practice. See you soon. Bye. All right, well, let's get started, y'all. Let's get started in a child's pose. So bring your big toes to touch behind you. Have your knees either out wide or together. If you want to get a little bit more into your hips, take your knees really far apart. And you can have your arms out in front of you or by your sides. Either way is fine. Now let's just start to switch gears here. So just taking some nice, long, deep breaths. Fully just coming into this space, into your practice, letting go of whatever it took to get to the studio or any stress you're holding on to this week, relaxing your face, relaxing your jaw. So I heard about that there's now yoga competitions, which I think is crazy. But what they judge you on is not really what your poses look like, but how relaxed you look in the pose. So how relaxed your breath is, how relaxed your face is. So through this next hour, power class is not easy, but I want you to maintain that calm in the storm. So always keeping a relaxed presence, even though you're pulling muscle to bone everywhere in your body. So in this moment, I invite you guys to set an intention for your work today. So maybe it's, just to stay present in this next hour. Maybe it's to remain calm. Or maybe it's something you're trying to let go of in your life or bring into your life. Just make it meaningful in this moment. See if you can even narrow it down to one word that we can come back to throughout the next hour together. So we want to move with intention, with purpose. So having this be a moving meditation. And let's seal all of our intentions with a couple deep breaths. So empty out all of your breath here. And then start to inhale through your nose. Feel your rib cage expand, your back body expand. And when you get to the top, hold your breath in for 3, for 2, second a little bit more air, for 1. And then exhale, let it all go. And when you get to the bottom of your breath, hold your breath out for 3, for 2, for 1. Deep breath through your nose. Big exhale through your mouth. One more time. Deep breath in. Let me hear your breath. Exhale, let it go. Very nice. And then slowly and controlled, put pressure into your hands and come into a tabletop position. So your wrists right under your shoulders, knees right under your hips. We're going to start with a couple cat-cows just to warm up our spine. So on an inhale, drop your belly down, lift your chest, lift your gaze, lift your tailbone for cow pose. And then on your exhale, round your spine. Tuck your chin into your chest like an angry cat. Push the ground away. Inhale, drop your belly, shoulder blades together on your back. Really open up your heart. Exhale to round everything in. And just start to do this on your own breath. Just warming up, maybe taking some organic movements, warming up your spine and your side body here. And let's do 3 more breath cycles. When you're done those 3 breaths, just come to a neutral spine. It feels so good, I bet. Just warming up this morning, getting into your spine a little bit. Good, and when you're done those 3 breaths, come to your neutral spine. Now I want you to have cat pose with your lower body. So pull your belly in tight, and then cow pose with your upper body. Send your shoulders back and down. So it says push and pull. You guys feel that? Your core is going to be super tight and engaged. So again, rounding in your lower back, but lifting your heart, shoulders away from your ears. So I want you to remember how this feels in most poses we're going to do today, okay? And I'm going to mention it over and over again. Tuck your toes, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog pose. This is our first down dog, so if you want to pedal out your feet a little bit, you can do so here, creating a little bit of movement. Relax your head down low. So no tension in your neck, ever. Spread your fingers out really wide. Pinky fingers touching the edges of your mat. You guys all look gorgeous in your down dogs. Couple more deep breaths here. Sending your heels towards the earth, creating some stillness here, sending your heart towards your thighs. And now on an inhale, lift your heels away from the earth. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and step or float to the front of your yoga mats. Don't make sound. Inhale, lengthen your spine, halfway lift, extend, shoulder blades together on your back. Exhale to fold. 2 more times. Inhale to a flat back, hands on something, either your shins are on the floor. Exhale, fold it down. 1 more time. Inhale to lengthen, more weight into the balls of your feet, soft bend into your knees. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come all the way up to standing. Your palms are gonna touch above your head. Exhale, your hands to your heart. Beautiful, you guys. So we're going to start with some sun salutation A. On an inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. Reach out, reach up, palms touch. Exhale to swan dive. Lead with your heart. Keep a flat back all the way down. Inhale to your flat back. Extend the crown of your head towards the front of the room. Exhale, plant your hands and either step or float back to your plank pose. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Come down halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hips hike up to the sky. Relax your head down low. So remember, you don't have to follow my cues exactly. Just follow your breath. It's all about the metronome of your practice, which is your breath. Take a deep breath through your nose here. Exhale through your mouth. Very nice. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or float. Front of your mat, don't make sound. Gorgeous. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come all the way up to standing. Palms touch above your head. Exhale, fold it right back down to your forward fold. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands. Step or float back. Exhale to your chaturanga. Come down halfway. Inhale to upward facing dog. And then exhale to down dog. So remember, in your up dog, the only things touching the mat are the tops of your feet and your hands. Okay? Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or float, front of your mats. Inhale to your flat spine. Exhale to fold. Big toes to touch, heels an inch apart. Bend your knees deeply. Try to make a 90-degree angle with your legs. And now don't move your legs. On an inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, coming into chair pose. So in this pose, I want you to think cat pose with your lower body. Tuck your tailbone under, and then cow pose with your upper body. Lift your heart, shoulders away from your ears. 1 more deep breath. Put a little bit more weight into your heels for 3. For 2, keep lifting through your heart. 1, inhale, stand up, reach up to the sky, all the way up. Exhale, swan dive, bring it down to your yoga mat. Inhale to that flat back. Exhale, fold it down. Now take your right foot to the back of your space, to the back of your mat. Now take it back even farther. Take your right knee down, untuck your right toes, and inhale, your arms reach up to the sky, coming into low lunge. So sitting low into your hips, but energetically pull your left foot towards your right knee underneath you like you're trying to wrinkle up your mat. So you create this stability in your legs, so you have freedom in your upper body to shine your heart. Cat pose with your lower body, cow pose with your upper body. 1 more deep breath here. Exhale your hands to frame your left foot. Now tuck your right toes, take your right knee off the mat, plant your right hand right under your right shoulder, and then reach up to the sky with your left hand, coming into that twist. That was so much to say to get into that pose. All right, really spiral your heart towards the sky. Engage both legs. Pull muscle to bone. You can stay right here. If you want to come into side plank, stack your left foot on top of your right foot and hike your hips up to the sky using your core strength. Beautiful, you guys. We're here for 5 breaths. Breathing for 4. Breathing for 3. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 1. Take your left hand down to the mat and either take a vinyasa here or just take your hips up to the sky. Down dog pose. Taking your time to get there. Beautiful, everybody. All right, relax your head down low. Shake your head a little yes. Shake your head a little no. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Keep your hips square. Kick through your heel. Pull muscle to bone in your right leg. Inhale here. And then exhale, just plant your right foot right in between your hands. Take your left knee down, untuck your left toes, and inhale your arms, reach up to the sky. Low lunge, sitting low into your hips. Get a nice stretch in your psoas, but don't forget to pull your right foot towards your left knee. Gorgeous. Relax your shoulder blades down your back. Pull your core in tight. One more deep breath. Lift your heart. On your exhale, take your hands to frame your right foot. Coming into that twist, tuck your left toes. Take your left knee off the mat. Reach up to the sky with your right hand. Beautiful. So again, core is in tight and pull muscle to bone in your left leg, sending the back of your left knee towards the sky. You can stay right here. If you want to come into side plank, stack your right foot on top of your left foot. Again, we're here for 5. Breathing for 4. Keep hiking your hips up high, using your core strength for 3. For 2. For 1. Take your right hand down to the mat. Either take a vinyasa or just take your hips up to the sky. Down dog. Make sure you're squeezing your elbows in tight in your chaturangas, keeping your core engaged through your vinyasa. So biceps go forward, triceps go back. Make sure your pinky fingers are touching or close to the edges of your yoga mats. Deep breath through your nose here. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or float front of your mat. Here we go. Inhale to that flat back. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come all the way up to standing, palms touch. Now take your hands shoulder distance apart, big toes to touch, heels an inch apart. Sit your hips down low, coming in back into that chair pose. Gorgeous. Put weight back into your heels. Relax your shoulder blades down your back and get your arms as straight as you can make them. Yes, pinkies towards each other. One more deep breath. Can you sit a little bit lower? Find calm in the storm. Relax your face, relax your jaw. Inhale, reach out to the sky. Exhale, swan dive. Bring it down to your yoga mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or float back, and either run through your vinyasa or just take your hips up high, down dog. Either way is fine. So slow and controlled vinyasas, using your breath to guide your movement. All right, so here we go. We're going to do 3 no jump throughs here. So I'm going to walk you through it just to get everything warmed up really fast. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hike your hips up high. Here we go. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Just one more time. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Shoulders back and down. Exhale, down dog. Oh man, here we go. Relax your face. Relax your jaw. We're nice and warmed up now. Inhale, your right leg lifts to the sky. So again, muscle to bone, kicking through your heel like you're standing on the back wall. All 5 toes pointed towards the earth. So take your right hip down a little bit. All right, inhale here, and then exhale, right knee, right elbow, side crunch. Inhale, kick back, lift up to the sky. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, twist under your body. Inhale, kick back, lift up. Exhale, knee to nose, round your back, and hold it here for an inhale. Hold it here for an exhale. Inhale, kick back, lift up to the sky. Exhale, plant your right foot right in between your hands. Okay, so make sure it makes it all the way in between your hands. Come up to your finger pads, squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back, and then inhale your arms, reach up to the sky, coming into high lunge. So again, cat pose with your lower body. Pull your core in tight, and then cow pose with your upper body. Shoulders away from your ears. Sway is in your upper back, not your lower back. Inhale here, and then exhale your hands to your heart and twist over to the right. Hook your elbow to the outside of your knee or thigh. Use your elbow as leverage to really twist through your core, bringing out, detoxing here. So you can stay just like this. If you want to come into prayer, twist 2, open up your wingspan here. Taking your right hand towards the sky, left hand right on the outside of your right foot. We're here for 3 more deep breaths. Power up your left leg. Don't let it go to sleep on you. 1 more deep breath in. Big exhale. Inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. And then exhale to open up to your warrior two. Right arm goes forward, left arm goes back. We're falling all over the place. Back heel goes down, okay? So sitting low into your right leg. But again, cat pose with your lower body. Tuck your tailbone under, and then cow pose with your upper body. And now energetically pull your heels together underneath you. Oh my God, that's a totally different muscle that I didn't know could happen in warrior two. All right, relax your shoulder blades down your back. Keep sitting low and powering up your left leg. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Take your right arm up and back behind you and keep sitting low. Open up your heart towards the sky. Internal rotation of your right arm. So pinky towards the floor. One more deep breath here. Inhale back to your warrior two. Now start to shift towards the front of the room. And when you can't go any farther, hold it there for 3, for 2, for 1. Take your right forearm to your right thigh and reach up to the sky with your left hand. So this is step 1, okay? Step 2 is turning your left palm towards 5th Street and sneaking your hand right in your hip crease and then opening up your heart towards the sky. So that's step 2. Step 3 is reaching towards the front of the room with your right hand. Yes, it's happening. Breathing deep, keep sitting low. We're here for 4 more deep breaths. Breathing for 3. Breathing for 2. Keep spiraling your ribcage towards the sky. For 1. Slowly come back into your warrior 2. Inhale here. Exhale your hands to frame your right foot. We're coming into pyramid pose from here. Step your left foot up a third of the way. Turn your left toes to the top left corner of your mat. On an inhale, lengthen your spine out long. Exhale, fold it down low. Keep taking your right hip back towards the back of the room, keeping your hips square here. All right, from here, we can come into revolved triangle. So take your left hand either to the inside, on top of, or the outside of your right foot, and then reach up to the sky with your right arm. Beautiful. So really extending through your spine here, reaching up tall with your right hand. You can always use your block. I know it's like, this is a really challenging pose. We're here for 3 more deep breaths. 2 more breaths. Keep extending your spine out long. Good. Take your right hand down to your yoga mat and coming into standing splits. Walk your hands about a foot in front of your right foot. Lift your left leg up high. Keep your hips square. Internal rotation of your left inner thigh towards the sky. Gorgeous, you guys. Coming into half moon from here. Walk your right hand about 6 inches diagonally from your right foot. Stack your left hip on top of your right and then reach up to the sky with your left hand. Beautiful, you guys. Remain extended. Keep extending through your spine and through your left foot. Flex your foot. All right, if you'd like to take a bind here with your left hand, grab the top of your left foot and keep stacking everything, kicking into your hand and breathing deep. So yeah, if you bend a little bit into your right knee, it makes it a little bit more accessible here. We're here for a couple more deep breaths. Good, and slowly release your bind if you took it, coming back into half moon pose, and then come into standing splits. Take your left hand to the mat. All right, this is where it gets fun. We're gonna come into warrior 3 from here. So using all of your butt strength, start to reach towards the front of the room and kick back behind you. You got it. We're here for 5. Micro bend in your standing knee for 4. Keep reaching back and kicking back for 2. For 1, hands back to the mat, standing splits. Oh my God, my booty hurts. All right, take your left foot to the back of your yoga mat. Take your left knee down, untuck your toes, and shift your hips back. Straighten out your right leg, half splits. Inhale to lengthen your spine out long. Exhale to fold. So keep flexing your toes towards your nose. Keep extending through your spine, shoulders back and down away from your ears, keeping your heart extended. So keeping that cow pose in your upper body. Yes, we're here for 3 more deep breaths. Keep taking your right hip back a little bit. Good. Slowly start to re-bend into your right knee. Take your hands to frame your right foot. And then right foot meets your left foot, coming into a plank pose, top of your push-up. So you can either do 3-legged plank vinyasa or 2, and then take your vinyasa here. Lowering down slow, inhaling to your up dogs, and then exhaling back to your downward facing dogs. Deep breath through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale, your heels lift. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or float, front of your yoga mats. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Palms are going to touch, reach up tall. Exhale your hands to your heart. Take a couple deep breaths here. Just come back to your intention. Remember that word that you developed at the beginning of your practice. All right, let's move. Sit your hips down low. This is where it gets fun again. All right, you're going to inhale here, and then exhale, open up your legs wide and squat down. Inhale back. Exhale, open up wide. Inhale back. And keep doing this for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. Meeting with your feet together. And then reach your arms up, chair pose. You got it. Relax your shoulder blades down your back. Keep that calm. I know your heart's beating fast, but keep that deep, relaxed breath for 3 more breaths. Can you sit a little bit lower? Put more weight into your heels. Don't be scared to go backwards. All right, inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive. Bring it down to your yoga mat. Inhale to a flat back. I promise we get a break in a second. Exhale, plant your hands and either step or float back to your plank. Exhaling to your chaturanga and inhaling to your up dogs. Exhaling back to your downward facing dog. Beautiful, you guys. Relax your head down low. Now inhale to a plank pose. Coming into dolphin from here. Take your right forearm to the mat and then your left forearm to the mat. Interlace your fingers and start to walk your toes towards your elbows. We get a child's pose after this. All right? You can always take your knees down if you need to. We're here for 5 deep breaths. Keep pushing your heart towards your thighs here. Breathing for 3. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 1. Take your knees down, untuck your toes, child's pose. So catch your breath, grab some water, towel off if you need to. Getting a nice little break. Get back to that deep, controlled breath here. All right, let's meet in downward facing dog pose whenever you guys are ready. So remember, you can always come back to this child's pose if you need it. Thank God asana is always there for you. Thank God. All right, everybody meeting in your downward facing dog. Spread your fingers out wide. And now pick up your right hand and grab the outside of your left knee. So twisting under your body. Yeah, there it is. Look up under your left armpit. And then if you want to slide your hand closer towards your ankle, you can. There we go. We're here for 3 more deep breaths. Keep that relaxed jaw, relaxed face. Good, and slowly switch sides. Take your right hand down. Lift your left hand up. Grab the outside of your right knee. Twisting deep here. Looking up under your right armpit. We're here for 3 more breaths. Relax your forehead. It's a strong group of yogis in here. All right, come into your downward facing dog pose. Inhale your left leg up and back behind you. Tripod down dog. So again, keep your hips square to the ground. Your left hip even with your right hip. There we go. I want y'all to be able to be in yoga journal. Inhale here. Exhale your left knee to your left elbow. Side crunch. Inhale, kick back, lift up. Exhale, left knee to your right elbow. Inhale, kick back, lift up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, and hold it there for an inhale. Shifting forward. Hold it there for an exhale. Inhale, kick back, lift up to the sky. Exhale, plant your left foot right in between your hands. All right, and then on an inhale, reach both arms up tall, coming into your high crescent lunge. Beautiful, everybody. So cat pose with your lower body. Pull your core in tight. And then cow pose with your upper body. Have a little bit of a sway in your upper back. Relax your shoulders away from your ears and power up your right leg. There it is. All right, inhale here. Exhale your hands to your heart. Twist over to the left. Hook your elbow to the outside of your knee or thigh. Try to get your hands to your midline. So that's the goal here. And then squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back like there's a pencil in between your shoulder blades. Look up over your left shoulder. If you want to come into prayer twist 2, open up your wingspan. We're here for 3 more deep breaths. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 1. Inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. And then exhale to open up to your warrior 2. Gorgeous movements, everybody. Moving with intention, with purpose. Take your left knee towards your left pinky toe. Really open up through your hips here in this pose. I know we're holding this for a while. Okay, pull muscle to bone in your right leg. Now on an inhale, start to shift forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Take your left arm up and back behind you. You can always take a bind here, taking your right hand to your hip crease, your left hip crease. Keep opening up through your heart. Keep sitting low and breathing here for 3, for 2, for 1. Come back into your warrior 2. All right, so here we go. Inhale to start to shift forward towards the front of the room. And when you can't shift anymore, hold it there for 3, for 2, for 1. Left forearm to your left thigh. Reach up to the sky with your right hand. So again, you can stay right here. Keep spiraling your rib cage towards the sky. If you want to go further, turn your palm towards the chakra wall and then sneak your hand in your hip crease and keep spiraling your rib cage to the sky. You can stay right here. If you want to go even further, reach towards the front of the room with your left hand and breathe here for 3. Keep sitting low for 2, for 1. Inhale, back to your warrior 2. And then cartwheel your hands down to frame your left foot. Coming into pyramid pose, take your right foot up a third of the way. Turn your toes to the top right corner of your mat. So on an inhale, lengthen your spine out long. Exhale, fold it down low. Beautiful. So keep pulling back on your left hip towards the back of the room, keeping your hips square here. And the goal is to have both legs straight, which will happen with time. Keep extending through your spine. All right, let's come into revolved triangle from here. So again, take your right hand either to the inside on a block, perhaps 2, on top of or the outside of your left foot, and then reach up to the sky with your left hand. Keep your sacrum level here. Keep reaching up with your left hand. Keep extending through your spine, and we're here for 2 more deep breaths. Good. Slowly come back into your pyramid pose. Coming into standing splits. Put all of your weight into your left foot. Take your right leg up and back behind you and drop your head down low. No tension in your neck. Relax your forehead. Beautiful. Let's come into half moon from here. Start to stack your right hip on top of your left hip. And then reach up to the sky with your right hand. Beautiful extension, everybody. Keep extending through your spine here, extending through your right foot. Flex your toes. And if you'd like to take a bind with your right hand, grab the top of your right foot. There it is. Keep stacking everything, stacking your shoulders, stacking your hips on top of each other. Gorgeous, April. Okay, we're here for 3 more deep breaths. Beautiful, everybody. Slow and controlled. Release back into your half moon pose. And then come into your standing splits. Drop your head down. All right, now using every left butt muscle you have, we're going to come into warrior 3 on 3, 2, 1. Start to reach towards the front of the room and kick back behind you. Yes, we're here for 3. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 1. Take your hands back down to the mat. Take your right foot back to the back of your mats. Coming into half splits, take your right knee down, untuck your right toes, shift your hips back, straighten out your left leg. On an inhale, lengthen your spine out long. And then exhale to fold it down low. Gorgeous, you guys. Deep breaths here. Keep your left foot really active, flexing your toes towards your nose. We're here for 3 more deep breaths. Beautiful. And start to rebend into your left knee. Take your hands to frame your left foot. Left foot meets your right foot into a plank pose, and either take a vinyasa here, or just take your hips up to the sky, or take a child's pose if you need it, or a 3-legged vinyasa, if you like to do that too. Which Kageni's rocking up there. All right, we're going to get a break after this. We're doing 3 no jump throughs. Promise we get a child's pose. All right, inhale to your plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Just 2 more times. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Drop your head down low. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful, everybody. Take your knees down, untuck your toes. Child's pose for just a moment, just to catch your breath. To grab some water if you need it, to towel off if you need to do that too. All right, let's meet in down dog. Beautiful, you guys. Shake your head a little yes, shake your head a little no. Remembering that calm face, that calm, relaxed breath. Evening out your inhales and your exhales. Inhale to lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and step or float to the front of your yoga mat. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Reach out, reach up, come all the way up to standing, and exhale your hands straight to your heart. We're going to come into Malasana from here. Take your feet slightly wider than hip width distance. Turn your toes out 45 degrees. And then sit your hips down low. Keep opening up your heart towards the front of the room. Shoulders away from your ears. If this is too easy, come up an inch. Very good. We're here for 3 more deep breaths. Because some people are like, oh, this feels great. And others are like, ah. So make it a little bit more challenging. All right, from here, we're going to come into crow pose. So take your hands shoulder distance apart out in front of you. Take your big toes to touch behind you. And then try to sneak your arms as far, or your knees as far up onto your forearms as you can. Or your triceps, for that matter. All right, and then keep perched low, and then slowly just rock forward, and maybe take 1 or both feet up. Pointing your toes back behind you and keeping your butt low. Keep your core engaged. And if you want to come into tripod handstand from here, or headstand, take your head to the mat and take your legs up to the sky. Any takers, any takers. There we go. Yes, beautiful. All right, we're going to stay wherever you are for the next 3 deep breaths. Breathing for 3. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 1. Beautiful. Slowly make your way into a forward fold. So however you want to get there is fine by me. Beautiful. Shake your head out for a moment. Let's move. Inhale, flat back. Extend your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step or float back to your plank pose, and either take a vinyasa here or just take your hips up to the sky. Downward facing dog pose. Gorgeous up dogs, you guys. I love it. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale, your right leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, your right knee to your right elbow. Side crunch. Inhale, kick back, lift up. Exhale, your right knee to your right elbow, and then bend your knees to 90 degrees. If you have hurdler's pose in your practice, take that here for 3. You got it. For 2, For 1, meeting in downward facing dog pose. Beautiful. Inhale, that right leg lifts back behind you. And then exhale to plant your right foot in between your hands. So make sure it makes it right in between your hands. And then inhale, your arms reach up to the sky. High lunge. Relax your shoulder blades down your back. Sit low in your right leg. Inhale here. And then exhale to interlace your fingers right behind your back. Press your palms together. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Send your knuckles towards the floor. And then exhale, start to dive it forward, coming into this version of humble warrior. Relax your head down low. No tension in your neck. And keep your hips square. Keep tugging back on your right hip crease. We're here for 3. Breathing for 2. Power up your left leg. For 1, and slowly start to come all the way back up. Very good. And then keep your hands binded. All right, create a little buoyancy. We're gonna come into warrior 3 from here on 3, 2, 1. Start to tilt forward and kick back. Coming into warrior 3 with this bind. So keep lifting through your heart. Get a sway in your upper back, but kick back with your left leg. There we go. Now we're gonna come into fallen tree. So just come down as far as you can without taking your hands down to the mat, kicking your left leg back towards the sky. And then whenever you need to, take your hands to the mat. You're like, I'm never gonna need to. All right, no matter what, 2 more breaths. Good, let's all meet in standing splits. So staying in standing splits. So coming into revolved half moon from here. So take your left hand right in front of your right foot and reach up to the sky with your right arm. Keep extending through your spine. Keep your hips level and square. Keep your left leg active and flexed. Beautiful, everybody. We're here for 2 more deep breaths. Good. Come back into your standing splits. Now take your left foot back to the back of your yoga mat. Take your left knee down to the mat, untuck your left toes, and inhale your arms up to the sky this time. There you go. Make little goalposts with your arms, and then swing your right arm under your left arm, taking eagle arms. Inhale here, and then exhale, get a little back bend. Send your elbows towards the sky, and breathe for 3. Gorgeous, everybody. Keep your core engaged. For 2. For 1, slowly come back to center. Unwind your arms, reach up to the sky. And then on an exhale, take your hands to frame your right foot. Half splits. Once again, shift your hips back, straighten out your right leg. On an inhale, lengthen out your spine. And exhale to fold it down low. We're here for 2 more deep breaths. Yeah, but if you want to come into full splits, you can do that as well here. All right, I lied. 2 more breaths now. Beautiful. Slowly start to rebend into your right knee if you're in half splits. Then take your right leg up and back behind you, coming into a tripod down dog. Bend your knee and start to stack your right hip on top of your left hip. If you want to flip your dog here, take your right foot to the outside of your mat, turning all 10 toes to the back of the room. Lift your hips up high, let your head drop back for 3, for 2, for 1. All meeting in downward facing dog. Gorgeous, everybody. We're doing 2 no jump throughs. Inhale to your plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hike your hips up high, head drops low. 1 more time. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful, you guys. Shake your head a little, yes. Shake your head a little, no. Inhale, your heels lift. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and step or float using your core. There it is. Inhale to flatten out your back. Exhale to fold. Now take your feet hip width distance apart. Make little peace fingers with your fingers and grab the insides of your big toes. So bend your knees as much as you need to take that bind. On an inhale, lengthen your spine out long. And then exhale to fold. Shoulders away from your ears. Soften into your knees, bending your elbows out to the right and left side. 2 more deep breaths here. Relax your face. Soft bend in your knees, no locking out joints. Good, and slowly release. On an inhale, flatten out your back. Exhale, plant your hands and step or float back, plank pose, and either take a vinyasa or just take your hips up high, down dog. Moving with your breath, moving with purpose. Transitioning gracefully. All right, inhale, your left leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, your left knee to your left elbow, side crunch. Inhale, kick back, lift up. Exhale, your left knee to your left elbow, bend your knees to 90 degrees. If you have hurdlers in your practice, go there. For 3, for 2, for 1. Take your left leg up and back behind you, and then take your left foot in between your hands. Gorgeous, everybody. Those were beautiful. All right, inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, coming into high crescent lunge. We're almost done the hard stuff. All right, pull your core in tight. Relax your shoulders down. Keep your arms as straight as you can make them, but keep your shoulders away from your ears. Now inhale here. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind you. Okay. Inhale to extend your spine. Take your knuckles towards the floor. Open up your chest. And then exhale to dive it down, coming into high lunge crescent warrior. So keep your jaw relaxed. So you're in that yoga competition where it's not about what your pose looks like necessarily. It's about how relaxed you look doing it. So make sure your jaw and your face are relaxed. For 3. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 1. Slow and controlled. Come up using your core strength and your leg strength all the way up. Okay, and now create some buoyancy. We're going to come into that fly into warrior 3 on 3, 2, 1. Take it forward and kick back with your right leg. Keep lifting through your chest. Get that sway in your upper back. It's a little bit of a back bend here. We're here for 3. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 1. Come into that fallen tree. So keep tilting forward and kicking back. And then when you need to take your hands to the mat, take them there. If you're still in that bind, hold it here for 3. For 2. For 1. Take your hands to your yoga mat. Standing splits. Drop your head down low. Coming into revolved half moon from here. So take your right hand right in front of your eye gaze. And then start to reach up to the sky with your left hand. Keeping your hips square. Internally rotating your right inner thigh towards the sky. And keeping your foot active and flexed. 3 more breaths here. Breathing for 3. Breathing for 2. You got it. It's the last hard thing we're doing. Breathing for 1. Standing splits for 2 breaths. Relax your head down low. Good. Now take your right leg back to the back of your yoga mat. Take your right knee down. Untuck your right toes and inhale. Your arms reach up to the sky. Low lunge. Beautiful. Now take your arms out like goalposts. Take your left arm under your right arm. Eagle arms. Inhale here. And then exhale. Get that back bend. Send your elbows towards the sky. But keep your core tight for 3. For 2. For 1. Slowly come back to center. Reach both arms up tall. And then take your hands to frame your left foot. Shift your hips back. Straighten out your left leg. Half splits. Inhale to lengthen your spine out long. And exhale to fold. How you doing, back row? Good. If you want to come into full splits, you can start to go there. Here. Beautiful. 3 more deep breaths. I know I said that before, but I was lying. Beautiful. And then slowly start to rebend into your left knee, taking your hands to frame your left foot. Now take your left leg up and back behind you. Tripod down dog. Bend your knees. Start to stack your left hip on top of your right. If you want to flip your dog here, take your left foot to the outside of your mat. Turn all 10 toes to the back of the room. Lift your hips up high. Head drops back. Beautiful. Meeting in downward facing dog pose. Beautiful, everybody. All right, this is the last challenge of the day. We're doing 4 no jump throughs. Inhale to your plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Just 3 more times. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 more times. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful, everybody. 1 more time. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. You guys look so good. Take your knees down. Untuck your toes. Child's pose. We're going to start to slow everything down. Grab some water and towel off if you need to so you can be comfortable for the rest of practice. All right, let's all meet in downward facing dog whenever you guys are ready. We're going to get into our hips a little bit. So inhale, your right leg lifts back behind you. And then exhale to plant your right foot on the outside of your right hand, coming into lizard pose, okay? So if you want this to be more active, keep your left knee lifted. If you want it to be a little bit more of just a stretch, take your left knee down, okay? And then either grab your block and come onto your forearms, or you can be on your hands, is fine too. Just sink into your hips, okay? Take your shoulders back and down here. Keep your spine straight, so creating extension through the crown of your head. And then if you want to come onto the pinky edge side of your right foot for a little bit of a hip variation, you can go there. We're here for 4 more deep breaths. One more deep breath here. Good, and then come up onto your hands, and if your left knee is lifted, take your left knee down. Gonna come into a quad stretch from here. Point your left toes up to the sky. And with your right hand, reach up and over to grab the outside of your right foot, and then start to stack everything on top of each other. Stack your shoulders on top of each other, and open up your heart towards the sky. If you want to come onto the razor edge of your right foot, you can do that as well. 3 more breaths here. Good, and then slowly release. Heel toe your right foot in between your hands. So take your hands to frame your right foot. There you go. Now inhale, your arms reach up tall, coming into low lunge. Sinking low into your hips here. We're just here for 3 deep breaths. Keep opening up your heart towards the sky. Good, and then take your hands to frame your right foot. Take your right foot to meet your left foot into a plank pose, and either take a vinyasa here or just hike your hips up high, downward facing dog pose. Beautiful. Shake your head out for a moment, just resetting your spine here. All right, let's do the other side. Inhale, your left leg lifts to the sky. Exhale to plant your left foot on the outside of your left hand. And take whatever variation you did on the other side, or maybe you want to go a little bit deeper or not as deep. So you can either have your right knee lifted or on the mat, depending on how active you want this pose to be. Keep extending through your spine, shoulders relax away from your ears. Beautiful, everybody. Everybody looks awesome. We're here for 4 more breaths. Breathing deep and relaxed. Try to have a personal breath count of 5 seconds for your inhales and your exhales. Cultivating Ujjayi breath. That's in your practice. Beautiful. And now slowly come up onto your hands. Take your right knee down if it's lifted, coming into that quad stretch. Point your right toes up to the sky, and with your left hand, grab the outside of your right foot. And then start to open up your heart towards the sky. Yes, you got it. There you go. Got that grab. Keep sinking low into your hips. If you want to come onto the razor edge of your left foot, You can do that as well. We're here for 3 more breaths. Keep opening up your heart towards the sky. For 3, for 2, for 1, and slowly release. Walk, heel toe your foot into the middle of your mat. Take your hands to frame your left foot. And then inhale your arms up to the sky, low lunge. Gorgeous, everybody. Core's in tight. Heart lifts for 3, for 2, for 1. Take your hands to frame your left foot. And then your left foot meets your right foot in a plank pose. And either take a vinyasa here or just hike your hips up high, down dog. You're probably vinyasa'd out. That's fine. Never too many vinyasas. Here you go. Everybody take your knees down to the mat. Come standing on your knees. So come all the way up onto your knees. Okay. Kick your right leg straight out to your right side. Take your right hand right onto your right hip or right thigh. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Inhale to reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, take it over to the right. Just getting a nice little side stretch. We haven't stretched out our side body at all today. Have that deep, relaxed breath. Good, and slowly come back to center. Reach both arms up to the sky. Take your right knee to meet your left knee. And then kick your left leg out to the side. Take your left hand to the top of your left thigh, or to the side of. Inhale to reach your right arm up tall. And then exhale, take it over to the left. Get that nice little side stretch. Dang, this feels good this morning. Two more breaths. Beautiful. Inhale, reach both arms up tall. Take your left knee about 4 inches away from your right knee. Coming into camel from here. Take your palms to your lower back. Inhale to lift your heart and go up to go back. So you can tuck your toes behind you. If you want to reach for your heels, you can. Keep pushing your hip tips towards the front of the room and breathing into your upper chest here. It's really opening up through your upper back, not your lower back. Keep breathing into your upper chest here. We're here for 3. Beautiful. For 2. For 1. Slowly take your hands to your lower back. And then take all the way up. And then take your hips to meet your heels. All right. Shift your hips over to the left. Take your right foot to plant on the outside of your left knee. Take your right hand right behind you at your sacrum. Inhale, your left arm reaches to the sky. And then exhale, twist over to the right. Hook your elbow to the outside of your knee or thigh. On an inhale, lengthen your spine out long. Shoulders away from your ears. And then exhale, start to twist. Where you look is where you go. So try to look towards the back of the room. Keep getting extension through your spine, wringing out, detoxing, getting rid of old metabolites that are sitting in your digestive system. 2 more deep breaths. Good. Slowly come back to center and just get a little counter twist, just to where it feels good. Ooh. All right, let's switch out our legs. So plant your left foot on the outside of your right knee. Take your left hand right behind you. Inhale, your right arm lifts to the sky. And then exhale to twist over to the left, hooking your elbow to the outside of your knee or thigh. Keep your right hand active. Don't let it go to sleep on you. On an inhale, lengthen your spine out long. And then exhale, start to twist. Two more deep breaths here. Good. Slowly come back to center. Get a little counter twist if it feels good. Oh, yeah. All right. Come back to center. And then open up your legs wide in front of you. Inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. And then exhale to fold, walking your hands towards the front of the room, just hinging from your hips. And just go to where it feels nice. Relax your head down low. If you want to take a little bind, you can grab the inside or the outside of your foot, or make little peace fingers or grab the insides of your big toe. We're here for 3 more breaths. Good, and slowly come back up. And then take both legs together in front of you. Inhale to reach up to the sky, and then exhale to fold it down forward. Just going to where it feels nice. Taking a little grab maybe behind your knees or the outsides of your feet or behind your calves. Good, and slowly come back up. And then make your way to lie all the way onto your yoga mat. Good, so we're gonna end with an inversion shoulder stand. So take the bottoms of your feet to the sky. So this is step 1, legs up the wall. If you wanna go further, just gain some momentum to grab your hips. Take your feet up and back behind you. Coming into plow first is a little bit safer. Okay, and then taking one leg or both to the sky. And make sure your ankles are stacked right above your hips. Using your core strength to do this. We're here for 5 more deep breaths. Just reversing blood flow here, getting some good neurotransmitters, some good oxygen to your brain. 2 more deep breaths. Good, and then slowly come back into plow pose. Take your feet back behind you. Here we go. And if your feet touch the mat, you can release your arms to the mat, or behind you. And then slowly make your way all the way onto your back. Beautiful. So if there's any last poses you would like to finish off your practice, if you want to take a headstand or a forearm stand, or you just want to take a twist or a happy baby, or bridge pose or a wheel pose, just let this be a little yoga playground. You can do whatever you need, or you can come straight into your shavasana, or come into a restorative bridge. Any option is fine for the next 16 breaths. Gorgeous. Good, and if you're on one side, you can switch sides here. Beautiful, April. So wherever you are, we'll stay here for about 4 more deep breaths. Beautiful, and let's slowly all make our way into our shavasana. So first, everybody take your knees in, give yourself a final big squeeze here for 3, for 2, for 1, and then release to the ends of your yoga mat for our final pose. Taking your time to get there, no rush. So first, take your palms to face the sky. Let your toes splay out away from you. Come back to your intention. Just take rest here. I have some meditation oil for you guys. If you're not interested, just turn one of your palms down onto the floor, onto your mat. Otherwise, keep both palms face up to the sky. And just let all the benefits of your practice integrate in this moment. Letting go, releasing into the earth. So please stay here and take rest for as long as you can. Our next class doesn't start for another 30 minutes. Just getting the full benefits of your Shavasana. Thank you so much for sharing your incredible energy with me this morning. I'll be waiting in the lobby, and I'd love to answer any questions for you guys. Okay, my name is Casey D. The light, love, and infinite potential that lives within me recognizes and bows to that same light, love, and infinite potential that lives within each and every one of you. In the name of the highest good, namaste.